Here we go, keywords to learn for Key Stage 4 using resources. A metal compound made by combining two or more metals together. This process is carried out to give greater strength or resistance to corrosion. So what you might do is you might have an element, but then if you chuck in other elements in it to give it better properties, that's an alloy. It uses bacteria to produce leachate solutions that contain metal compounds. Okay, so what they'll do is there'll be a substance that's got lots of metal in it. They'll actually use microorganisms to take the metal out, bioleaching. The process of removing salt from seawater, salination is all to do with salt. D is take out. A chemical reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element. Okay, so potassium and lithium. Potassium would displace lithium, displacement. The splitting up of an ionic compound using electricity. The electric current is passed through a substance causing chemical reactions at electrodes. Okay, so that's this one here, okay, where you've got your electrodes that then go in. Electrolysis. Non-renewable, which means we can't renew it again. That cannot be readily replaced by natural means at a quick enough pace to keep up with consumption. Finite resource. Water held underground in the soil and crevices and rocks. Groundwater. These are carried out to assess the environmental impact of products in each of these stages: extracting, processing raw materials, manufacturing, packaging, right? So what you got is you have kind of like this cycle that kind of goes round with different stages as it goes round. Disposal at the end of its useful life. Life cycle assessment. Okay, paper bags, plastic bags, it's kind of the key one. Fertilizers, which contain compounds of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. The main sort of fertilizers or the main elements needed for plants. NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. A rock from which metal can be extracted is kind of financially viable, so the amount of energy put in, right, is less than the amount you can sell it for. Is an ore. This uses plants to absorb metal compounds from the soil. The plants are harvested and then burnt to produce ash. So what you do is you put plants onto high copper rich soil. All right, the plants absorb it. Then what you do is you burn the plants at the end, and then you can extract the metal. Phytomining. Water safe to drink. Potable water. The basic material from which a product is made. Raw material, so it might be an ore. A natural resource which can be used repeatedly and will not run out. Hydroelectric, solar, wind is a renewable resource. The process used to remove bacteria or living microorganisms from something, used during the treatment of water. Sterilization. Development that meets the needs of current generations without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Okay, so is it okay for everybody now, but then is it still going to be okay in 40 years' time? Sustainable development. The process used to manufacture ammonium from hydrogen and nitrogen gas is the Haber process. Polymers which do not melt when heated, thermosetting polymers. Polymers which melt when heated and can be remolded, thermosoftening polymers. Okay, a fair few keywords in there. So now what you need to do is, next page in your exercise book, pause the video as you're going through, right, and make sure you can get those keywords. Next page in your exercise book, all right, do it again. Pause it as you go through, make sure the ones that you got wrong last time you've checked up on. Okay, well done. All right, now book it in again, put it in your diary, put it in your calendar for when you're going to do it again.